Welcome to the channel. This is Rolling With It.
The minstrel looks the three of you over, and then he lowers his crossbow. So, you're here to do business then, yes?
Correct.
I'm still drinking that mead.
We're in need of information.
Of course you are. Why else would you come to me? Well, very well. I say we follow his lead and take a seat. Al, my usual, please. On it, boss. He saunters over and sits across the table from you, Seamus. Oh, Lord.
Oh, there you go.
Come on. Both of you. You can't sit on Seamus. Alright.
She apparently kicked Seamus out of
I
his
can't
seat.
move Seamus. Also,
Or you
Seamus
could have
was
sat in
there
the
on
other
my
seat.
end.
Oh.
Yeah.
The bartender calls out, "What do you want, dwarf?"
One second. Honestly, get me the dirtiest thing you have.
Alright.
Dirtiest.
He hands you
Yeah.
a fucking dirty rag. That's it.
He comes over to the table, carrying a tray with two more mugs of mead, one tall glass of red wine, and a mug of grog for Seamus. After doling out the drinks, he takes a position behind the minstrel. Alright. Everybody, one last investigation check.
Right.
I'm too busy drinking my grog to investigate. You just see Seamus going.
Hey!
Okay, well, Seamus refuses to acknowledge it. Apparently,
I'm drinking!
he's too deep in his mug for that. However, Oriot and Mira both. The minstrel doesn't look like he did when you first entered anymore.
Kind of expected that.
Yeah.
Quite a few illusions you have.
Oh, you saw through that one, did you? Well, I suppose then there's no use in hiding it anymore. Especially if we are going to do business. He sets his glass down. The air around him becomes wavy. And Seamus, now you get to see his form change. He is very much not human. His skin is a earthy clay tone. He's not wearing the colorful vestments he was a moment ago, instead being replaced by high quality leather armor. His hair goes from a shaggy mop of brown to a sleek and styled black. You catch movement just behind him, and as you can pick out a tail swinging casually, almost like a cat's, tipped with a crescent-shaped spike, and 2 horns grow from his brow, hugging the contour of his skull around to the back of his head. He gives you a wide grin, revealing
Seamus.
a mess of, well, revealing a head of sharp teeth.
Seamus is so surprised. He spits out his grog in the direction of Ariet's mask specifically. And he says,
It sounds more like you're just trying to spit at Oriet.
no.
Oriet,
And then
sensing the idiocy incoming, dodges out of his chair.
Give me a
Idiocy
dex
incoming.
save. Give me a dex save.
I
Actually, no. Better.
I did.
Okay, yeah. Oriet avoids it, but first, Seamus, no, you cannot be that accurate with a spit take. Give me a ranged attack roll.
You can't be that accurate with the spit take made out of shock. If it's intentional, he can spit it in whatever direction he wants. But if he is so shocked by this, then yeah, that would just kind of be whatever was in front of him.
huh.
No. Oriet dodges anyway, but he didn't even need to. Well, don't look so surprised, my short friend.
Hold on, I
After I
slapped
spit it
Seamus on the
out-
head for wasting perfectly good alcohol.
After I spit it out, I yell, "By the form of me tallest mug! That's a pretty good trick."
You may find that I'm full of those.
Well, I wish that I don't have a mug in my hand when you do the rest of them.
Now,
I mean,
Or if Oriet's face is a bit closer and I did have a mug in my hand, that would also be preferable.
if you try to spit on me again, I'm going to dunk you in a barrel of meat and seal you in.
Sounds like a vacation to me.
I apologize. These two seem very intent on infighting.
no matter. I've
How
dealt,
else do I keep my strength up?
I've dealt with bigger morons. Now, if we could get down to
Were they taller?
if we could get
She
down to
laughs
business,
because she's a bigger moron.
Yes, business. That is what we're here for. I take out the symbol.
Seamus.
Do you know what this symbol is? Or, more importantly, who owns it?
he takes the carving, looks it over. I might have something for you. That, of course, however, depends on how much you're willing to pay for it.
Well, are you looking for money or for favors?
Because I can guarantee we have more favors than money.
Money, favors, maybe a trade. What have you got?
A trade?
Ooh, woo. Fuck, I actually
While
just
everyone's
said that.
talking business, Seamus is just going,
Please do not do
Oh,
that
I'm
into your
sorry.
mic.
You mean
ah.
Please.
Please. If anyone's watching, they're here for a D&D show, not drinking ASMR.
I'm just enjoying my mug.
yeah, it's role playing.
Please. Stop.
Can we continue? Before we continue to sip?
What do we have worth? I'm afraid we don't really have much of value on us. I have some healing potions, but I doubt someone of your skills is lacking for supplies.
You would be correct.
I mean, we are working with the city guard, so if you're ever in need of their debt, maybe like, I don't know, a pardon or something.
My daughter's an artistic blacksmith. She can make you something worth, well, sentimentally, thousands of gold. Sentimentally. Thousands of gold, not guaranteed.
Do I look like an idiot?
I didn't say
Right
that
now?
you
No.
were, but
Yes, to be
you-
fair, you did look like an idiot a few minutes ago.
What
I suppose.
do you have against bards?
I suppose you have a point there. Well, come on, let's see what you've got.
I agree with the
Turn out your
copper
pockets.
statue here.
All right, I have like 40
Okay.
something gold.
Shit.
So you all comply.
Was this a business meeting or a scam? God damn it.
Well, I don't empty it out. I'm just saying I have like 40 something gold.
I got 15 gold and oh, you might like this. Rations. 10 of them. Fit for a dwarf.
Crap, I have rations too.
But are they fit for a dwarf?
No, they're foot for a
I
dragonborn.
didn't think so. Each ration can hold an elf for 3 days because all we do is mine. So I really have to watch my weight on this one. I only can eat like maybe a third a day.
He turns his.
I don't like turn
cat-
out your pockets. It sounds like he's mugging us.
He turns his cat-like pupils over to you, Oriet. What about you? Anything of
I
value?
have my rapier, my dagger, spare set of fine clothes. I have a forgery. Shut up. I have a forgery kit. If you need any documents forged, I actually am pretty adept at that. You know, need to fake your identity for a while. Although you seem pretty adept at that yourself. But illusions don't make official papers, do they?
You are correct. Anything else?
Not all that much gold on me, though.
Anything particularly strange you might be carrying? Always a sucker for a good curio.
Oh,
Oh, his face.
do we
Oh.
have do we have any of the books?
Look, the strangest thing we have. Actually, this is related to the symbol. When we were investigating disappearances under the city, we found an alchemy lab infested by goblins and a bugbear. They were the ones carrying the symbol. Now, in the lab itself, there was an strange experiment going on. Something escaped into the sewers. But in that lab, we found a set of keys, and in particular, one large anchor-shaped key, separate from the set of keys.
Did you say?
We don't know what this.
Did you say anchor shaped?
I did.
May I see it?
I have the key ring, right?
Well, you had the ring.
Well,
of
the anchor
keys
key is
for the
separate
lab.
from the key ring.
The anchor key was separate. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I hand over the anchor key.
The big guy leans down and says, "Boss, isn't that?" Yes, you are right. It is. Curiouser and curiouser. All right.
Seamus just carefully scoops his 15 gold back into his pocket.
Yes, Master Dwarf. Keep your money. What I'm.
I will, now that you said so.
It's very rare that someone seeks me out without my prior knowledge. and even rarer when they succeed.
I try
On
to
top of
take
that,
another
you have-
5 gold.
On top of that, you have this.
Where
Oh.
did we find that?
All right. He puts
The
the
key?
He puts the key back down in front of you, Oriot, and leans forward, steepling his fingers, both elbows on the table. All right. I believe I am prepared to offer you something a little more permanent. Seamus, what is that stealth check for?
And that is to take another 5 gold from my dragon
I didn't put
friend's
mine on the table.
pile. God damn it!
So I'm,
Never
that's sleight of
mind
hand.
then.
yeah, I was about to say, also, sleight of hand is still a skill.
Well, would you look at that?
Anyway, what I'm about to offer you three is something a little more permanent. See, I'm good.
What do you mean permanent?
My friend and I are good. We are very good at what we do, but we are only two individuals. I do employ a number of other adventuring groups, such as yourselves, not for direct payment, but favors. Little quid pro quo. I can provide you information you need. You will perform certain tasks for myself that we are not able to take on. Would you be interested in that?
I feel the list of tasks that we could accomplish that you couldn't must be either very small or something you couldn't accomplish just due to your own reputation.
You're right. It wouldn't be much. Just simple things that you are correct. I am either too notorious or, frankly, just too busy to take care of myself, but still need done. For instance, this key. That symbol, carved there or shaped there into the handle, is the symbol of an old trading company that went under about 10 years back. The Steadyweight Trading Company. They were busted for smuggling and other illegal dealings. Most of their locations around the city have been repurposed or simply torn down, but I can think of a few that are not. I believe one of these locations has something that I need. A box, not a very large one, but about yay big. He gestures, forming the shape of a box about 6 inches wide, 4 inches deep, and 3 inches tall. Do you think you could track that down for me?
Just go investigate their old warehouses.
Do you know which warehouse it's being held in?
There are only 3 that are still standing. I can give you their addresses.
Have they been repurchased? Are we going to have to break into places, or are these old and defunct?
I believe they have all been repurposed. 10 years is quite a long time in this city, after all.
True. Well, good thing we're working with the police. We can say it's part of the investigation. And most people probably won't give us trouble. Now, I take it you want what's in the box, not the box itself, right?
You are correct. However,
Is this one of those situations where we shouldn't open the box beforehand?
Do or don't, I don't really care as long as you bring me what's inside. And as an added bonus, you can, if you find anything else of particular value, you can keep it. A little reward for
Well,
your
if you don't
risk.
mind me asking,
Hmm?
what was the company smuggling that they got busted for?
Oh, lots of things. Weaponry, illegal spices, drugs, that kind of thing.
It was a cover
All
operation
right.
for a whole ton of illegal smuggling. Yep.
Well, very well. We will investigate these warehouses then.
Then it seems like we're in business. He reaches out to shake your hand,
I'd reach out and shake his.
then moves to Mira
Yeah.
and Seamus.
Right.
Well then, I believe then I am confident in at least telling you, in giving you a proper introduction that I so rudely skipped previously. He stands, giving a slight bow. My name is Penitence Teller, though you can and should just call me Pen.
Scott, I'm going to slap you.
The big man here is named Alexander. Big Al. What? Is there an issue?
Fuck you, Penn and Teller. I'm gonna make you can't. You don't know how I did this magic trick.
Is there a joke with Big Al
No,
that
No.
I'm not getting?
Just-
Okay.
I'm just frustrated. Penitence
Okay, just-
Teller.
Yeah, okay, Pen. Alright, so when we get the box, should we get back in contact with you again? Same
you-
thing as this,
Oh,
or?
you can find us here. The building may look decrepit from the outside, but it is quite comfortable.
Very well. If that's all, I believe we should head out and get started.
Now, hang on.
Hmm?
This is payment. However, I'm perfectly willing to accept this whenever you're able to get it to me. Though you should know that simply ignoring my request would not be a great idea. Al, I need the map. On it. Al briefly runs off to the back room and reappears with a map of the city that he rolls out onto the table. He then also hands Pen a quill and red ink. Alright. Now, while I cannot say for sure what that symbol is, my eyes and ears throughout the city have been noting their locations for me. He begins to just simply draw X's all over the city. Most of them are along the outer edges of each wall. There are none in the ruins. There are a lot in the Green District and the Wick District. Very few in the Seafoam District. None in the residential ring around the Citadel, and one in the Reprieve. However, it is not near the outer wall.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask you to put those X's on the main map in Roll20. Or move us to it.
A lot in the Wick,
We can.
few in the foam, never near the wall, once in the
Once
reprieve,
in the Reprieve.
right?
Once in the Reprieve, they're typically near the wall. The one in the Reprieve is not. That's the thing.
Okay, let's see here. Because I had no idea where the Slick or the Reprieve was. Okay.
Well, the Wick.
The
Middle class.
Okay. So, let me just, Alright, this is good. The Dark Forest. The swamp, sorry, swamp.
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
that is what it's called.
That's the entire name.
Uh-huh.
The swamp, sorry, swamp.
Well, it's called the Schwamp, but it's people say swamp so often and have to correct themselves that it's the unofficially called the swamp sorry swamp.
I say it so often that people that they think that's how I say hello. All right. As I said, I have
What's
no
in
idea.
the dark forest? Has anybody? Sorry, that's not.
As I said, I have no idea what they mean, but these are all the places I have been told they have been showing up. This, by the way, is far more often than what the sentry had been telling you.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to be thorough,
Hmm?
you don't have any other information about the disappearances, do you?
No. Despite how pressing I'm sure this matter is to most people in the city, as a bounty hunter, people disappear. Sorry. It hasn't been much of a concern of mine.
One of your bounties has never been the one taken away?
Not yet.
Alright. Well, thanks for this map. This will come very in handy.
Is that all I can help you through
Well.
with?
Unless you know who owned that alchemy lab in the sewers.
Couldn't tell you.
Then I do believe that is all you can help us with for now.
Wait.
Wait.
Points at the map. Where the warehouse is.
The warehouses are. Oh, yes, of course. He takes a piece of scrap paper, and scribbles out 3 addresses, and hands it to whoever wants to take it.
I mean, I asked, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mira asked.
They don't look like normal addresses. Like no street names, no house numbers, nothing like that. Instead, they take the appearance of grid coordinates.
Bruh.
Oh, yes, sorry. That is frankly the best way to do addressing as far as the cliff face is concerned.
Ah. That would explain it.
Yeah. So the three addresses are 320, 815, and 26. 20, 6, not 26.
Which one do you recommend we go to first?
As far as I'm aware, 320 is the least active most of the time. Specialty items, that kind of thing.
And I could only assume we're looking for a specialty item.
Yes, but it is likely to be hidden in some way. They were smugglers after all. Well, you have your task set out before you, and if you don't need my help.
All
No, I think that's.
Get him, boys.
I mean, only thing is keep your ear open then for news on the disappearances. If you're willing to help us with that more. Otherwise, no, that's all you can help us with for now. So, thank you so far, and we'll stop by those warehouses as soon as we get the opportunity.
I'll keep an ear out. Pleasure doing business with you three.
Same to you.
He raises his wine glass and a toast to new partners, eh?
Yeah, I sip.
Here.
Sip, sip.
Absolutely.
Alright, so, what would you like to do from here?
So we have a list of all the places that disappearances have happened. No, we don't. That's not what it is. This is the place of where all the symbols have occurred.
Yes.
And the
Actually,
warehouses are
How
all-
well does this? How well does the map of the symbol appearing match up with the map of the disappearances?
You don't have a solid grasp of where the disappearances happened. Though the number of like I said, the number of adventurers that have gone missing is higher than standard civilians, and as I've said before, most of them live in the Green District. That's where all
Right,
the guilds
but then
and
the
things
symbol appears.
are.
The symbol appears mostly out here. Though to be fair, if adventurers, what's in the wick?
The Wick is what I've been considering the middle class district. I know that typically doesn't exist in fantasy. They're lower level artisans, smiths, farmers, poor merchants, that kind of thing. They make up.
Well, I mean, middle class is. If you want to talk about like actual spread of like incomes, right? You have peasants being the poor. The only upper class, you really don't ever get upper class merchants unless they own an entire like empire's trading company. Otherwise, the only upper class are just nobility and royalty themselves.
Well, that
Middle class is all artisans and merchants.
yeah. Well, I mean, what you just described of merchants that basically own shipping empires, they're all in the they're all within the residential wall. The Wick is the bulk of the population, basically. Where all of the districts within it are a little more specialized as to what they contain. You can just find general stuff spread out all over the place.
I see.
Residences, shops, inns, smithies, so on and so forth.
So the red borders, those are just like map lines. They're not anything specific in and of themselves, right?
Those are walls.
Those are physical walls.
Those are physical walls. You've not done anything to actually interact with those physical walls as of yet, but I did point them out. They're not
okay.
They're not great walls.
One.
They're not tall walls, but they are walls.
One last thing. Is there a map of the city's sewer systems anywhere?
Not that I have. No.
Okay.
Like, if we were to interlay a map of the sewer system with a map of the disappearances and the map of the symbols appearing, could we find any kind of pattern, I wonder? Or was the fact the symbol was where in a disappearance was that was in the sewer, maybe that was just a coincidence? Actually, was one of these in the foam? Because that's where we were when we investigated the sewers. Is one of these like where that symbol was?
No, because that symbol was
Where
not,
we found ours?
that
No.
symbol was not on. That symbol was not marked on like a wall or something. which is what these are. You pulled that off.
Okay, where were we?
You pulled that off of a bugbear. You were somewhere around
Right.
here.
Okay. I ever think we investigate this specific occurrence of the symbol because it's the only one that doesn't match the rest, so it could be significant. Or we go to the warehouses.
Yeah.
One or the
I vote for warehouses.
I think we check out the significant one.
Literally split down the middle. How quaint.
Well, not
I
literally,
will-
because there are 3 of you, so... Or it would be the tiebreaker.
I will flip.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take a gold coin out. Heads for the symbol, tails for the warehouse. And one and 2 heads and tails.
Tails.
Warehouse.
Warehouse.
Alright,
Alright,
let's go there then.
so which of the 3 do you check out first? Remember, they are 320,
The first one.
815, and 26. The first one. Okay.
The first one. 320.
320.
I'll go for
okay.
the first.
320.
Go to 320.
As he said, 320 is not very active. There is a single man in uniform, not one of the sentry's uniforms, but seems to be for whatever company currently owns this warehouse, standing out front.
That is a yes. We're gonna have to sneak in.
Not necessarily.
Well,
Did we get any kind of badge or papers from the council saying that we're officially working with the Sentry?
No, you did not.
we should have done that.
Have the guards have been told that we're working with them, right?
Like in their daily briefings.
Most you could assume have, though if you really got into any kind of trouble, the council could definitely vouch for you.
I don't need that. I want to go find a guard and use his authority to let us look through the warehouse for evidence.
Alright, well, I mean,
Claim it's for evidence, quote unquote.
it wouldn't be too difficult to find a guard.
Well,
However, convincing him to do something like that would take a roll.
alright. Well, guess what? That's what I am good at.
That would be a bluff check, since you are indeed lying to his face.
There is no bluff. It's all under
Deception.
persuasion, I believe.
Is
I
there,
don't...
there should be deception.
Oh, deception. There we go. Okay, there you go. Yes. Yes, there is. Well, then I go up to him and I say to the guard that yes, we're working on the investigation and we believe there might be some evidence in this warehouse related to the disappearances. Something left behind, perhaps. We need your help
Alright.
to get in there and convince the guard at the... Well, not convince. The council never gave us any official papers, so we just need your authority to tell him to let us in and look. We'll be sure to show them anything we need to take. We're not trying to take any merchandise from them.
Alright. He walks up to the company security. Excuse me, sir.
The private security guard.
We... Official sentry business. These 3 need to sweep the place. Okay, alright. Just... Okay. He unlocks the door and lets the 3 of you in.
Hey, Evie!
Alright.
That was easy.
Well, once we got the help with the guard.
Yeah. We did the easy mode, and then it's not easy mode. There's a dragon in here.
No. It's more
Don't-
likely that one of the other 2 places is going to have problems, but for now, at least, we sweep the place, I
God,
guess.
heard you giggle
Where-
under your breath.
Okay, so we're looking for something that was left in place up to 10 years ago. So that probably means that it's not in an obvious place.
Well,
So that means check walls for hidden compartments and check the floors for trap doors. Might have to scoot crates around. What does this place look like on the inside? I should start with.
Well, for one thing, I should start by saying that this building, unlike a few buildings that would be on the side of the cliff, is not actually built into the wall. It is freestanding. The front end of the building consists mainly of small offices. You can only assume record keeping, sales areas, that kind of thing, accounting. Meanwhile, the rest of it is dominated by a single large room, wall to wall of shelving and ladders, of just crates and boxes and bags and barrels, all scattered all about the place.
well, I know with my roll I didn't find anything.
You are correct.
Fuck.
Is it?
Might
It'd
wanna
be
bardic
perception to
inspiration.
notice it if it was out in the open. It'd be investigation to look thoroughly for hidden compartments and whatnot, right? Or would it still be perception?
Perception to notice them, investigation to figure out how to activate them or open them.
I didn't find any, so somebody else needs to roll to find them if they're there.
Or it did not find anything either. Seamus?
How many bardic inspirations do you have?
I have 4, so I can give one out.
Okay.
So I will
Is
not give one out.
I don't
to
think a
Davis.
D6 is going to help anybody here.
nope.
Could
Oh.
have helped me, but I
Look at
can't
that.
give it to myself.
Yeah, you can't give it to yourself. So this place is, as far as you can tell, clean.
Do I have anything that could help me here? Detect magic. I can cast one casting of detect magic and hold it with concentration.
You cast detect magic.
See, is there any magically hidden compartments or doors?
No, there is not.
I'm gonna investigate the area.
Were there any was there any magic in the warehouse whatsoever?
No.
Okay, just mundane goods. They have a there's someone in charge of like paperwork and like records and whatnot, right?
There is one other person there that seems to be doing that kind of thing. Yes.
I go over to them and I ask, "How far back do your records of the warehouse go?"
Well, I mean, we've been in ownership of this building for 5 years. 5 years. So, 5 years back.
5 years.
Yes.
Who owned the warehouse before you did then, 5 years ago?
Oh, Steadyweight. But the building sat empty for, I suppose, another 5 years before we purchased it.
Okay. When you first moved into the building, was there anything left behind, or was it all confiscated?
Oh no, it was cleaned out.
All right. Well, I believe our check came back fine. Everything is in order here. Thank you for our time. Thank you for your time. Yeah. So, nod the head, and
All right.
I guess we head out.
All right. You got 2 more to check.